Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking, and finally the DC fandom schedule has been released, and it sets to be a very promising day on August 22nd, the 24-hour virtual Comic-Con per se of complete DC content. I absolutely can't wait to see all these panels, and we finally know what's going to happen with some of these panels. Of course, some that we don't know of so far. There's going to be some surprise panels, some surprise interviews, some surprise things. Not everything is going to be revealed to us straight away, but that's where the excitement comes in. You don't know what you're going to get, but from what we do know right now, this is what's going to happen on August 22nd. So 1 p.m. we've got Wonder Woman 1984 panel with Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Christian Wake, Pedro Pascal, and the director Patty Jenkins. And the way that DC fandom is being done is they have these kind of different corners, these different parts that you go to see these live streams of the interviews and panels. So they have a part for kids, they have a part for comic books, they have a part for the movies and certain things like that. So you have to go to these certain areas to see these live streams and these panels take place. And the Wonder Woman one is taking place in the Hall of Heroes. But also, I know I'm going to say 1 p.m. here, but of course check where you are in the world, because it will be different for everybody. This is American time, Eastern Standard Time, or Pacific time. Wherever you are in the world, I am currently in Europe, so this is 5 hours behind me, so I'll have to watch it at 6 p.m. while people in America will watch it at 1 p.m. You understand? Okay, but also at 1 p.m. the Flash TV series panel, and you can see that on Watchverse. At 1:30 p.m. Warner Brothers Montreal Game Announcement Hall of Heroes, and I'll talk about that in a minute. 1:45 we got the Black Lightning panel with the cast, and that's in Watchverse. Then at 2:45 you got the Flash panel with Ezra Miller and Muschietti. That's in the Hall of Heroes, and it's great to see Ezra Miller is being marketed as the Flash, because there was a lot of kind of speculation that he might not be the Flash going forward over things that are happening in his personal life and things that are coming out. So I'm glad that Ezra is being marketed, because of course he is the Flash in Zack Snyder's Justice League. At 3 p.m. we got the Suicide Squad panel with the cast and director, so I can't wait for that one. I'm really looking forward to James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I think we will get to see a trailer at DC fandom, which would be absolutely brilliant. A big fan of John Cena, so I can't wait to see what character he is going to play. Also at 3 p.m. at the exact same time, the Legends of Tomorrow panel is on the Watchverse. So there's something for everybody. If you're into the CW and you prefer it over the live action stuff, then you can go to Watchverse and watch those stuff. If you prefer the live action movies like me, then you can go and you can watch the Suicide Squad panel. So there's something for every single person. Now at 4:15 p.m. Doom Patrol panel with the cast on Watchverse, so that should be good. I still haven't seen Doom Patrol, sadly it hasn't come here yet, but I'm loving everything I see out of it. Anyway, at 5 p.m. we get the surprise DC Comics panel, which might have people like Grant Morrison or Jim Lee, who knows, but that should be interesting. At 5:45 p.m. the Snyder Cut of Justice League panel with Zack Snyder, and that is the big one. We know for a fact that Zack Snyder is going to bring some sort of trailer, some sort of teaser of his cut of Justice League, so that will be brilliant, and I hope it's a 3 to 4 minute length trailer like the first Batman vs Superman trailer, the first Justice League trailer have all been very long, so I hope this one follows that pattern that he's done. At 6 p.m. we got the Black Adam panel with Dwayne Johnson. Plus, so surprised it's going to be, well, they haven't started shooting Black Adam yet, so I'm going to guess that this is going to be about the cast. We only know 2 people that are going to be in this film. That's Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam, and Noah Centineo, who will play Adam Smasher. So I believe what I think is going to happen, we're going to find out what the full cast of this film is going to be, and maybe some concept art. But it's brilliant to see The Rock in the DCEU going forward. Then at 6:45 p.m, title to be announced, new movie, Hall of Heroes. What could that be? Title to be announced for a new movie. Now that gets me excited. Is it going to be an animated movie? Is it going to be a live action movie? What could we expect from this? Cyborg? Maybe. What else could there actually be? A Green Lantern film? that's going to be actually very interesting to see what kind of film is released, or the title of a film that's going to be happening for the DC going forward. Is it going to be New Gods? Tom King, the creator of New Gods, is involved heavily in that project with Ava DuVernay. I can't say her name, but she has been attached to that for a long time. But that wouldn't really be a surprise, would it? Because we know that they've been working in that film, and I've heard things that film might not happen, but title to be announced. Your bets are on, guys. Pick in the comments what you think that title is going to be. Then at 7 p.m, one I'm very excited for is the Aquaman panel. Now, no Jason Momoa, but James Wan and Patrick Wilson will be there. I'm a big fan of Patrick Wilson, of course. Night Owl in Zack Snyder's The Watchmen film, and James Wan, I think, did an extraordinary job with the Aquaman solo film. Then at 7:15 p.m, we've got Superman Man of Tomorrow world premiere. Now, that is the animated film that is coming out. Is that going to be a talk of that film, maybe the first 15 minutes of that film, and then people can get it on streaming services or wherever you can get it, to download it digitally and watch it. I watched the trailer for it. It looks actually very interesting, and the animation style is kind of different from the other DC films that they've been doing in the past, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll check it out. And then at 7:30 p.m, we got Shazam. We've got the panel with Zachary Levi and more. So who else could we see in the Shazam panel? I wonder, will we get to see some of the old cast, or will there be a casting announcement for Shazam 2, which is going to be interesting. I wonder, will Zachary Levi ever mention the Snyder Cut again, since he was the one who said it didn't exist, but I forgive him for that. Then at 8 p.m, we got the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game panel. So the title for this new game, of course, that image we got to see there last week or the week before about this Suicide Squad target on Superman himself, and titled The Suicide Squad, is going to be Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and I am actually pumped for that. We get to play as characters as Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and who else knows, to take down Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman. Man, that's going to be an extraordinary game, and I can't wait to hear more about that. Also at 8 p.m, the Lucifer panel with directors and producers. Now, Lucifer is kind of having an up and down time. Of course, it was cancelled, brought back. I think it's on Netflix now. But it has a fan base, has an audience, and I can see why DC fandom will have something strictly for that. And then, of course, at 9:30 p.m, the Batman panel with Matt Reeves plus surprises. Will we get to see a trailer? I don't think we'll get to see a trailer, because remember, they've only shot 25% of this film. What I think we will get is kind of a reel of some sort, maybe a scene, maybe a little small scene breaking down stuff, showing what's going on behind the scenes. But that's going to be interesting to hear. Matt Reeves, big fan of him, and hopefully Robin Pattinson makes an appearance also with Zoe Kravitz, maybe Colin Farrell, maybe Andy Serkis, which will be absolutely brilliant to hear from those people. But that's not all that's going to be at DC fandom, guys. This is only a little glimpse of what to suspect. So many great panels. We're going to hear from so many great people. Remember, there's so many people that was on that big list of people who's not even on any of these panels. People like Val Kilmer, there's so many people. And to really kind of break it all down over the weekend of August 22nd, 23rd for 24 hours, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant to hear so many people talk about their roles, about the characters they created, about the scripts they made, about the films they worked on. It's going to be a great time, a great weekend for the DC fan. There's so much more that we don't know that's going to happen at this DC fandom, but I'm also interested to go around and look at the different kind of areas, like Watchverse, Hall of Heroes, and then of course you got the kind of the kids section. There's the comic book section, so they're going to be brilliant to browse around. But guys, you need to go and you need to register at DC fandom to get any of this content. You should register, then you are able to explore the world of DC fandom. Now remember, you can't do it on your mobile phone, you can't look at any of the panels, you can't browse through any of the areas. You have to do it on a computer or laptop or whatever you have to register. Then you will be able to explore everything that happens. I can't wait. I haven't registered myself. I want to go and do that. I also need to look how I properly explore the world, because I don't want to miss anything. I want to have a good time. This is something that's never been done before. 24-hour virtual Comic-Con panels, exploring different parts of DC, extraordinary. And I want to soak it all in. I want to enjoy the weekend. I want to have a new experience, learn new things, and so that's going to be a great time. And it's a great idea. and actually it's brilliant that DC has thought of this. I wonder will Marvel kind of try and copy it in a similar way going forward. I'd say they're raging that they didn't think of something like this before, but nonetheless, it's a DC time, it's a DC fans' wet dream with all this content, with all this talk, and absolutely looking forward to it. But if you remember there, it says Warner Brothers Montreal Games will be announcing something. What could that be? Well, we already know the Suicide Squad Justice League game is coming from Rocksteady, but what could this next game be? Is it going to be a Batman game? Now, for one who, as you know, if you didn't know, I bought the Arkham trilogy recently, and I'm at the moment going through that at a slow pace because I'm trying to enjoy myself because, man, I'm Batman and I'm taking down all the villains and I'm just having a good time. But this, if they announce another Batman game, this will blow the internet up because the Arkham trilogy is usually popular. Even the last one, Arkham Knight, did so well, and it's still played by people today, still talked about, and the graphics, the suits, the DCLs, stuff like that, absolutely brilliant, and so many people enjoyed that game, those series of games, the 4 games, of course. I know that the first game wasn't made by Rocksteady, and they kind of branched off from that, and they recast Batman and Joker, but they kind of stayed with the same story teams going forward in the Arkham trilogy. But for me, for one, who is enjoying the games right now, if a game is announced, I will be excited. But I also hope that it's announced with a twist. I hope it's not just Batman game. I hope there's something more to it. I hope maybe in a way we'll get to play more characters out of the Bat family, maybe explore different things. I just hope it's not a Batman game because we've already in our lifetime got these Batman games. I want something a little bit different, something extra. Now it's cool that the Suicide Squad game is happening with the Justice League, the Suicide Squad hunting down the Justice League. That's a brilliant title. Love that. Not holding anything back there, kills the Justice League. But this Batman game, I hope it's not just Batman game and blah blah blah, you're playing Batman. I hope there's more to it. But it gets me excited for DC fandom nonetheless, for comic books, for movies, for games, for everything. And there's something for everybody. There's something for kids, for teenagers, for young adults, for elderly people. There's something there for everybody. If you're a comic book movie fan, if you're a comic book fan, if you're a DC fan, and I think this is extraordinary, and it's going to be such a great time and such tough times for people. So guys, let me know your thoughts on the schedule for DC fandom. What are you most looking forward to? What do you think is going to be revealed to us as a fan base? Please let me know. Give a like, comment, subscribe, come follow me on all the social medias and talk to me about the one thing we love, which is movies. Until next time, guys, always remember, DC is the best. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit biased. Okay, they're 50-50, but I prefer DC. Anyways, bye.